Well, hello. My name is Daddy-O, and can you make more money doing Uber in a rental vehicle versus your personal vehicle? And what are the headaches involved in doing it both ways? And I'm going to try to go over everything I can today. If you're new here, you may want to hang on. If you're an Uber driver, you may want to hang on to this, okay? Can you make more money doing Uber in a rental vehicle versus your personal vehicle? So let's talk about some stuff today, okay? Comment. I get a lot of the video ideas I get here lately from your comments. People question the idea of the rental vehicle, and I'm going to go over it because I don't know anyone that's been down this road more than I have. I have been renting a vehicle, for you guys that don't know, for 3.5 years plus to do my Ubering in consistently. So if there's anyone out here that can talk about doing the rental through Uber, for Uber, I think I'm pretty well versed on it, all right? So let's go down some stuff today. And yes, you can. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way right now. Yes, you can make more money renting a vehicle to do your Ubering in than you can versus your personal car. And I'm going to try to go through everything I can today for you guys. So hang on to this, okay? What happens when you go out to rent a car to do your Ubering in? The first thing you're going to realize, it's brand new. It's newer than what you've been driving. That is how you get rewarded, all right? I am going to tell you, for you guys that don't know, in the last year or so, as I've been doing these videos, I have gone through, I first had the RAV4, then I went to the Hyundai Tucson, and now I'm in the Mach-E, which I absolutely love. So let's talk about it. I've been renting for a long time. Before that, I was in other vehicles. I've done the Kias. I've done the rental issues for a while. I go through Avis. Let's get that up front now. I have done Hertz. I don't prefer Hertz. I had problems with Hertz. Now, I understand that in different areas of the country, you may have a different outcome on your Hertz experiences. I just didn't prefer them for my area. It didn't work. The vehicles weren't up to snuff. They played around with the money a little bit too much. I just got a bad taste for them right away and switched over to Avis. Have had no problems with Avis. I love my guys over there. They do it right. They do it right, all right? So here we go. I make more money in my rental vehicles than I ever did doing my personal vehicles. And I've gone through some personal vehicles doing Uber. I ran them into the ground. You don't want to do that. Don't take your personal vehicle if you don't have to. Now, let's get this up front because I'm talking about that if you have to. If you're one of the guys that has to go out and make a few bucks every day to keep alive, to get somewhere, to try to make an effort to keep you and your family alive, I completely understand whatever you have to do, all right? But if you're one of the guys that want to go out here and make a living, try to make a living, doing Uber, this is the program you want to get into. You want to get into the rental vehicle and stop abusing your personal vehicles, all right? And I'll real quickly, you got issues. A lot of drivers don't understand when they're doing your personal vehicles. You got insurance issues. If your insurance company finds out after you've had an accident that you were doing rideshare, they may not cover your damages. They probably won't cover your damages. If your finance company finds out that you're doing Uber in a vehicle that they did not approve to do rideshare in, you may get your vehicle repossessed. Let's get that up front first. Let's get out of that now, okay? Here's the benefits of doing a new car when you're doing Uber, though. You make more tips. People are impressed by the vehicle that you pull up in, all right? If you're pulling up in a vehicle that's 10 years old or older, it has some issues. You know that. You're not going to make the tips like you normally would, but like you should be making, okay? By renting the vehicle, it steps you up into another level of Uber right away, all right? You can make more money with a rental vehicle if you work the little systems that I have incorporated, and I've got videos on here, and I'm going to briefly go into that. So if you're new here, hang on, because I'm going to briefly go into some of the things you need to pay attention to, even if you're doing your personal vehicles, okay? I've got many of the videos on here talking about this stuff. I'm going to try my best to put it in, highlight it in in this video. Hang on. If you're doing your personal vehicle, you got issues other than just the finance company and the insurance company, stuff like that. You've got a lot of wear and tear already on that vehicle. It shows up, and it does reflect in your tips. I've been doing a fairly new vehicle, a 2024 Hyundai Tucson SUV. Drove it for right at 9 months there, 9 months. That vehicle, by the time I turned it in, was already showing a lot of wear and tear because I'm loading up hundreds of people a year in my back seats. They're getting in and out. That door's opening. They're kicking the door. They're scraping their feet on this and that. They get little stains on the seats that you got to worry about, okay? This all does affect your tips, guys. So listen to this, all right? When you step into a new vehicle like I stepped into this one, this become my new storefront, my Uber storefront. I'm treating this as my business, just like I did the Hyundai Tucson, just like I did the RAV4 before that one. Those were my businesses at that time. When I stepped into this vehicle, my tips even went up more, all right? My tips are really, really good right now because everyone that gets in this vehicle, it's the, I've told you before, it's the Mach-E. Everyone that gets in this vehicle goes, wow, whoa, this is a nice car. Or they say it on their way out, man, this was nice riding in this. It's the impression that you make when you pull up and you pick up your people. That affects your tips. If you're not making tips, you might want, I said it the other day, you may want to look internally. You may want to look at yourself. You may want to look at what you're driving. And you can get out of that. You can step it up into a rental vehicle and start making more. I was doing okay in the Hyundai Tucson. Okay? I was okay, I'm there, but then the mileage got up there. I had to turn it in, had to get something different. This is what I got. Now that I'm in a newer vehicle, a 2025, my tips have increased even more. All right? So that's the effect that happens when you get a newer vehicle. You will make more money tip-wise, all right? So if you're going out to finance a vehicle, a 2023 or 2022, it's got some mileage already on it, you're going to jump in that vehicle and go out to do Ubering in. Instantly, you're going to start clocking more miles. I've already got almost 3,000. I've only had this, let's see, today is, I've had this like 2 weeks. This vehicle already has 3,000 miles put on it. If I had done that, you see what I mean? Just working in it, because I'm working more. I'm getting more runs in this vehicle. I've told you before, don't worry about your acceptance rate. Here's the problem with Daddy-O. My acceptance rate when I got this thing was around, I think it was 18%, 17%, something like that, acceptance rate. And I've told you, don't care about your acceptance rate. Take the runs that you want to do. Don't let them force you to doing stuff that you don't want to do. My acceptance rate, though, now has gone up. My acceptance rate now is I think it's 38% this morning. I saw it the other day. It was actually got up to 50%. Oh, my Lord. You see, this vehicle has already got me doing more. Because I'm more apt to show this thing off. It's fun to drive this vehicle. So when you get in a newer vehicle or a vehicle that's newer to you, you will go out and you will make more money. Period. I had a comment from the other day. I don't even know if I still have this up. I had a comment the other day from someone. I had said something about making more tips, and they kind of just wanted to blast. Hey, you want to have fun? Go read some of the comments on some of the videos on here. Especially if you're an Uber driver and you've been doing the rental, go comment to some of these guys that are commenting about, no, you can't do that. That's crazy. That's absurd. I've been called a PR stunt. I've been called that I work for Avis and I work for Uber to get people to go rent vehicles. No. I'm only telling you on here what I have done for years before I ever started doing Uber on how to make more money. There are simple little things you can do. Now, if you've hung on this long, I'm going to tell you some of those simple little things you can do. First of all, when you get a rental vehicle, it's brand new. It's clean, all right? Keep it that way. Keep your vehicle as clean as you can. I know during the day, people getting in and out, it's going to get a little bit of stuff here and there. Just take care of it, all right? Take care of it the best you can. Keep it clean. Keep it smelling good, all right? Keep your vehicle smelling good. If you smoke, get out of your vehicle to smoke. The first impression, you might not know it, but the first impression people get when they get in your vehicle is the smell. And I hit them hard. I got smelly stuff everywhere. When they get in this vehicle, they go, "Oh, this smells good, and it looks good, and it rides good, and hey, here, you did more than I thought you were going to do. Here's a couple extra dollars." That's what happens. This is what happens when you do it right, all right? So smell, all right? Make sure that's taken care of. This one's controversial, but it works. I get people on here telling me it works that are doing the same thing. It's the music you're playing. Play the right kind of music. I play jazz music. I've done samples on here for you guys talking about the type of music. EQ on YouTube, it's EQ Lounge, Dr. Sax Love. All right, those are the two channels I use when I have peeps in the car. Now, I have all other kind of stuff. I can play you AC/DC. We can do some Led Zeppelin. We can do all kind of stuff. What do you want to hear? Taylor Smith? Well, I got some Taylor Smith for you I can play for you. You play a game here, and I've talked about this game before so many times. It's a game that you're playing when you get people in the car. It's what? Showtime. You put on the show. You entertain them. You give them the comfort. You give them the ride. You give them more than the last Uber did. All right? I can't tell you how many times, I've said it the other day, how many times I get as people getting out, I get patted on the shoulder. Thank you for that. Thank you. Can you come back and get us? You know, I get that a lot because I make sure they enjoy the ride. They're going to find out more information than they ever knew on the ride because I work a concentrated area. I'm going to get into that real quick. Work a concentrated area. Work on your zone. Uber won't give you a zone. Make your own zone. Work that zone. Be good in that zone. And people will reward you because you know things about your area, the area that you're working, the hotels, the resorts, the attractions, whatever you may have in your area. Work high-end areas. I'm hitting it all here, guys. If you can, you want to work high-end areas. Areas where there's a high-end hotels. There are attractions. Those are your focus points. Don't let Uber take you and go, okay, you're working here. We want you to go 100 miles this way and take someone over that way. No, don't do those long runs. Don't work. They don't pay right, all right? If you focus on a concentrated area and hit everything you can in that area when it pops up, you're going to make money, all right? You're going to learn that area. You're going to be really good at that area. Focus on your areas. I'm telling you how to make money out here, guys. If you want to make money, you want a clean car, new if you can, smells good, the right kind of music. Talk to your people, all right? Don't be afraid to, as soon as they get in the car, greet them. Hey, guys, how you guys doing today? You know, hit them up. They're going to ask you, not bad, how you doing? Oh, it's a wonderful day in paradise today, isn't it? When you start smiling and greeting people right off the get-go when they get in, they're more apt to talk to you. You've broken the ice. You've showed them that you're friendly. A lot of people, when they get in your vehicle, they're hesitant. Ubers, when they pull up, they don't know what they're fixing to get. You're a surprise, and believe me, when Daddy-O pulls up, he's a surprise, all right? But because I do the little games, the clean car, the smell, the music's right, and I'm talking to them and I'm being friendly and hospitable. When you're doing those kind of things, you got to make more money. I don't care what kind of comments I get on here saying you can't do it. You can do it. I've been doing this too long, all right? So if you want, thumbs up, ring the bell, buy Daddy-O a cup of coffee if you like down in the bottom. If you got anything out this video or any of my videos, go watch some of the other stuff, all right? I can help you make more money if you listen. Just listen, all right? Get a new car. Make sure things are done right. Just go have fun. That's what Uber's all about if you're doing it right. Daddy-O out. You guys have a good evening. Good afternoon. Bye.